जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी।
जय 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 माता सरस्वती, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी।
जय 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 माता सरस्वती, जय शुभदायिनी
हंसवाहिनी परमासन माता, हंसवाहिनी परमासन माता,
हंसवाहिनी परमासन माता,
हंसवाहिनी परमासन माता।
वीणा पुस्तक जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। जय 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 माता सरस्वती, जय शुभदायिनी जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी।
गोविन्द 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 राधे राधे गोविन्द
गोविन्द गोविन्द गोविन्द राधे राधे गोविन्द।
गोविन्द 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 राधे राधे गोविन्द
गोविन्द गोविन्द गोविन्द राधे राधे गोविन्द।
गोविन्द 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 राधे राधे गोविन्द
गोविन्द गोविन्द गोविन्द राधे राधे गोविन्द।
गोविन्द 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 राधे राधे गोविन्द
गोविन्द गोविन्द गोविन्द राधे राधे गोविन्द।
गोविन्द 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 राधे राधे गजानना हे शुभानना गजानना हे शुभानना गौरी मनोहर प्रियनन्दना
गौरी मनोहर प्रियनन्दना
गजानना हे शुभानना
गजानना हे शुभानना
गजानना हे शुभानना
गजानना हे शुभानना
गौरी मनोहर प्रियनन्दना
गौरी मनोहर प्रियनन्दना
गौरी मनोहर प्रियनन्दना
गौरी मनोहर प्रियनन्दना
पशुपति नन्दन गजानना
पशुपति नन्दन गजानना
पशुपति नन्दन गजानना
पशुपति नन्दन गजानना
परम निरञ्जन शुभानना
परम निरञ्जन शुभानना
परम निरञ्जन शुभानना
परम निरञ्जन शुभानना
गजानना हे शुभानना
गजानना हे शुभानना
गजानना हे शुभानना
गजानना हे शुभानना
गौरी मनोहर प्रियनन्दना
गौरी मनोहर प्रियनन्दना
गौरी मनोहर प्रियनन्दना
गौरी मनोहर प्रियनन्दना
पशुपति नन्दन गजानना
पशुपति नन्दन गजानना
पशुपति नन्दन गजानना
पशुपति नन्दन गजानना
परम निरञ्जन शुभानना
परम निरञ्जन शुभानना
परम निरञ्जन शुभानना
परम निरञ्जन शुभानना
गजानना हे शुभानना
गजानना हे शुभानना
गौरी मनोहर प्रियनन्दना
गौरी मनोहर प्रियनन्दना
पशुपति नन्दन गजानना
पशुपति नन्दन गजानना
पशुपति नन्दन गजानना
पशुपति नन्दन गजानना
परम निरञ्जन शुभानना
परम निरञ्जन शुभानना
परम निरञ्जन शुभानना
परम निरञ्जन शुभानना
गजानना हे शुभानना
गजानना हे शुभानना
गजानना हे शुभानना
गजानना हे शुभानना
गौरी मनोहर प्रियनन्दना
गौरी मनोहर प्रियनन्दना
गौरी मनोहर प्रियनन्दना
गौरी मनोहर प्रियनन्दना
गौरी मनोहर
गौरी गणेश उमा महेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश गौरी गणेश उमा महेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय
बोलिए श्री गजानन स्वामी के जय। सत्य सनातन धर्म के जय। जय जय Sitaram. Cordial welcome to all who are present today at the mandir and also those who are joining us online as we engage in our worship this morning to Lord Ganesha. So at this time, those who are desirous of performing offerings to Lord Ganesha at home, you'll join together with us here at the mandir. Our principal devotee who will be performing this puja. So we all compose ourselves, we get ourselves ready for making these offerings onto Lord Ganesha. If you have flowers, please take a flower in your hand. We all meditate, we contemplate at the feet of Lord Ganesh as we do invocation mantras. Harihi Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Shuklam Vardaram Devam Shashi Varanam Chaturbhujam Prasanavadanam Dhyaye Sarvavighanopashantaye. Om Ekadanta Shurpakaranam Gajvaktram Chaturbhujam Pasham Kushadharam Devam Dhyaye Siddhi Vinayakam. Om Adi Pujyam Ganadhyaksham Umaputram Vinayakam Mangalam Paramam Rupam Shri Ganesham Namo Namaha. Om Gang Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gang Ganapataye Namaha. Bolo Gajanan Swami ki Jai. We now engage in offerings to Lord Ganesha. Firstly, we offer water. Harihi Om Narayanam Namaste Astu Narakarnavatarakam Padyam Grihan Devesh Trailokyam Timirapaham Shri Gajanan Swami Argyam Padyam Snanam Samarpayami. We offer chandan. Om Shri Khand Chandanang Divyam Gandadhyo Sumanoharam Vilepanam Surushreshtam Chandanang Pratigrihyatam Shri Gajanan Swami Chandanang Samarpayami. We offer flower. Om Malakari Sugandheni Malyatari Nivai Prabhu Mai Hritani Pujaratam Pushpani Pratigrihyatam Shri Gajanan Swami Pushpam Samarpayami. We offer essence. Om Gandham Grihan Devesh Deva Deva Dayanidhi Tvameva Jagatam Anatistva Tvameva Jagatam Prabhu Shri Gajanan Swami Gandham Samarpayami. We offer Arti, deep light. Om Sajang Chavarti Sanyuktam Vahnina Yojitam Maya Deepam Grihan Devesh Trailokyam Timirapaham. बोलिए श्री गजानन स्वामी के जय. If you prepared Naivedya, please hold it in your hands at this time. Firstly, passing the water around it 3 times. Om Mandakinyastu Yadavare Sarva Papa Haram Shubham Taridam Kalapitam Devam Samyagya Achmanyatvam Tvayam. We all pray together now as we offer this Naivedya to Lord Ganesha, asking him to accept it and to shower his blessings. Hari Om Gritpakvan Havishyanam Payasham Sharkara Nanavidham Cha Naivedyam Shri Gajanan Swami Naivedyam Samarpayami. बोलिए श्री गजानन स्वामी के जय. Touch the prasad by the murti. Touch to your head. Repeat Shri Krishna Arpanam. We have flowers, doob grass, bay leaf. You can offer it at the feet of Lord Ganesh, chanting Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Offer water. Om Sarva Papa Haram Devam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Chamaya Dattam Grihana Parameshwara. If you have Dakshina, you can offer it. Om Nakapala Supala Maulavi Vanditangri Yugala Prabhu Hari Dakshinam Prare. Bow 3 times to Lord Ganesh. Om Pranam Shirisadevam Gauri Putram Vinayakam Bhaktavasam Smare Nityam Ayuhu Kamartha Siddhaye. Om Mahaganadi Pataye Namaha. Bolo Gajanan Swami ke Jai. So whilst we prepare for Mantra Jap Havan, let's join our voices together as we chant praises to Lord Ganesha. Jai Gananaya Shri Gananaya Jai Gananaya Shri Gananaya Jai Gananaya Shri Gananaya Mangal Murti Moria. Jai Gananaya Shri Gananaya
Mangal Murti Moria.
Jai Gananaya Shri Gananaya Mangal Murti Moria.
Jai Gananaya Shri Gananaya Mangal Murti Moria.
Jai Gananaya Shri Gananaya
Jai Gananaya Shri Gananaya.
Jai Gananaya Shri Gananaya Mangal Murti Moria.
Jai Gananaya Shri Gananaya Mangal Murti Moria.
सिद्धि विनायक मंगल दाता.
सिद्धि विनायक मंगल दाता.
सिद्धि विनायक मंगल दाता.
सिद्धि विनायक मंगल दाता.
सिद्धि विनायक अष्ट विनायक गणपति बापा मोरिया.
सिद्धि विनायक अष्ट विनायक गणपति बापा मोरया.
सिद्धि विनायक अष्ट विनायक गणपति बापा मोरिया.
सिद्धि विनायक अष्ट विनायक गणपति बापा मोरया.
जय गणनाया श्री गणनाया गणनाय श्री गणनाय मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
जय गणनाय श्री गणनाय मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
सिंदूर बदना पंकज रमना।
सिंदूर बरना पंकज रमना।
सिंदूर बदना पंकज रमना।
सिंदूर बरना पंकज रमना।
सिंदूर बदना पंकज रमना गणपति बापा मोरया।
सिंदूर बरना पंकज रमना गणपति बापा मोरया।
सिंदूर बदना पंकज रमना गणपति बापा मोरया।
सिंदूर बरना पंकज रमना गणपति बापा मोरया।
जय गणनाय श्री गणनाय।
जय गणनाय श्री गणनाय।
जय गणनाय श्री गणनाय मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
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 मंगल मूर्ति मोरया मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। मंगल मूर्ति मोरया मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। मंगल मूर्ति मोरया मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। मंगल मूर्ति मोरया मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। जय गणनाय श्री गणनाय मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। जय गणनाय श्री गणनाय मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। मंगल मूर्ति मोरया मंगल मूर्ति मोरया। बोलो गजानन स्वामी की जय। So at this time we engage in our mantra jap havan to Lord Ganesha. So in our havan we'll integrate 12 names of Lord Ganesha 3 times each. So make sure you leave enough samagri for that. So firstly, those who haven't lit their fire yet, please light the fire whilst we chant this mantra. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Dhayoriva Bhumna Prithvi Vavarimna Tasya Asti Prithvi Deva Yajanim Prishti Yaganim Anadam Anadayadari. Boli Shri Agni Devta ki Jai. Pass the water around the fire. Om Mandakinyastu Yadavari Sarva Papaharam Shubham Taridam Kalapitam Devam Sam Yagya Achmanyatvam Tvayati Achmanyam Samarpayami. We begin making our offerings now, the recitation of Swaha. All of us can join as we chant Swaha together as we engage in Havan. Om Shri Ganesh Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Mahaganadhipataye Namaha Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Gauri Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Shankar Bhagwan Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Agni Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Kalash Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Varuna Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Mahalakshmi Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Mahavishnu Bhagwan Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Namo Narayanaye Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Surya Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Chandra Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Mangal Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Buddha Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Brihaspati Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Shukra Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Shani Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Rahu Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Ketu Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Pranayabhyo Namaha Swaha, Shri Apanayabhyo Namaha Swaha, Shri Samanayabhyo Namaha Swaha, Shri Indriyayabhyo Namaha Swaha, Shri Udanikayabhyo Namaha Swaha, Shri Ishtadevtabhyo Namaha Swaha, Shri Kul Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha, Shri Sthan Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha, Shri Gram Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha, Shri Mata Pita Charan Kamlebhyo Namaha Swaha, Shri Panchpal Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha, Shri Dasdikpal Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Adi Shakti Durga Mataye Namaha Swaha, Shri Navdurga Devibhyo Namaha Swaha, Om Aim Saraswati Mataye Namaha Swaha, Shri Krishna Bhagavan Bhyo Namaha Swaha, Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan Bhyo Namaha Swaha, Shri Hanumate Devta Bhyo Namaha Swaha. We all chant together Brahm Gayatri Mantra. Om Bhurabhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurabhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurabhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Mahamrityunjay Mantra. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukam Vandanam Mrityor Mukshyamamritat Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukam Vandanam Mrityor Mukshyamamritat Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukam Vandanam Mrityor Mukshyamamritat Swaha. We all join now as we chant the 12 names of Lord Ganesh, 3 repetitions each. Om Vakratundaya Namaha Swaha, Om Vakratundaya Namaha Swaha, Om Vakratundaya Namaha Swaha, Om Ekadantaya Namaha Swaha, Om Ekadantaya Namaha Swaha, Om Ekadantaya Namaha Swaha, Om Krishna Pingakshaya Namaha Swaha, Om Krishna Pingakshaya Namaha Swaha, Om Krishna Pingakshaya Namaha Swaha, Om Gajavaktraya Namaha Swaha, Om Gajavaktraya Namaha Swaha, Om Gajavaktraya Namaha Swaha, Om Lambodaram Namaha Swaha, Om Lambodaram Namaha Swaha, Om Lambodaram Namaha Swaha, Om Vikatamevaya Namaha Swaha, Om Vikatamevaya Namaha Swaha, Om Vikatamevaya Namaha Swaha, Om Vignarajendraya Namaha Swaha, Om Vignarajendraya Namaha Swaha, Om Vignarajendraya Namaha Swaha, Om Dhumravaranam Namaha Swaha, Om Dhumravaranam Namaha Swaha, Om Dhumravaranam Namaha Swaha, Om Bhalachandram Namaha Swaha, Om Bhalachandram Namaha Swaha, Om Bhalachandram Namaha Swaha, Om Vinayakam Namaha Swaha, Om Vinayakam Namaha Swaha, Om Vinayakam Namaha Swaha, Om Ganapate Namaha Swaha, Om Ganapate Namaha Swaha, Om Ganapate Namaha Swaha, Om Gajananam Namaha Swaha, Om Gajananam Namaha Swaha, Om Gajananam Namaha Swaha, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha. One more offering and then final. Om Shri Sarvadevata Devyo Bhyo Namaha Swaha. We prepare now for final offering. And those of us who are here at the mandir, let us all please stand. So chant the mantra, touch the offering to your heads, and offer it as we repeat Swaha. Om Purnamida Purnamidam Puranat Puranam Mudachyate Puranasya Puranamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam Swaha. Boliye Shri Gajanan Swami Ki Jai. Pass the water around the fire. Om Sarva Papa Haram Devam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Chamaya Dattam Grihana Parameshwara Shri Agni Devta Achmanyam Samarpayami. Bow, get blessings from the fire. Boliye Shri Satya Sanatan Dharma Ki Jai. Asan lijiye, please have your seats. This morning, devotees, wonderful to see, so many devotees taking the opportunity to come out to the mandir despite the snowy conditions. As you realize, we've started our live a little bit late this morning, and road conditions were not the best, but devotees have found it necessary to come out and to engage in devotion with us here at the mandir. As I did mention last week, this morning, even though we have done Lord Ganesha Puja, we will continue our Katha from Sriram Katha. So I ask that we all now clasp our hands for a few moments, we close our eyes, we bow our heads, meditating at the feet of Maryada Purushottam Prabhu Shri Ram, as we chant a few lines of praise and supplication unto him. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Aim Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Guru Charana Kamale Bhyo Namo Namaha. Ramaya Ram Bhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Neelam Bhuj Shamal Komalangam Sita Samaropitvam Bhagam Pana Mahasayak Charu Chapam Namami Ramam Raghuvanshanatham. He Ram Purushottam Narhari Narayan Keshava Govinda Garuda Dvaja Gunanidhi Damodar Madhava. He Krishna Kamalapati Yadupati Sitapati Shripati Vaikunta Adipati Characharpati Lakshmi Pati Pahima. Adav Ramatapo Banari Gamanam Hatva Mrigam Kanchanam Vaidehi Haranam Jatayu Maranam Sugriva Sambhashanam Bali Nigrahanam Samudra Taranam लङ्कापुरे दाहनं पश्चात् रावण कुम्भकरन् हननम् एताधि रामायणम्. We all join together as we chant the beautiful name of Prabhu Sriram. All together as humble children, humble devotees of Prabhu. Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Shri Ram,
Jai Jai Ram.
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Shri Ram,
Jai Jai Ram.
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Shri Ram,
Jai Jai Ram.
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. बोली श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. Devotees, this physical body that we have, how many ways do we provide protection for this body? We have a house, shelter, to protect us from the elements, isn't it? Those who are homeless, they suffer a lot. Those who do not have that shelter, they subject this physical body to, or their bodies are subjected to all the various elements, whether it be rain, snow, ice, great amount of heat sometimes. And it does affect the body, isn't it? It affects us. We also acquire clothing in order to, if we venture out into the heat, we have to wear a particular type of clothing that you don't want to get sunburn, etc. We apply sunblock. We go out in the cold, we have our warm clothes, winter boots, etc. So in this way we protect the physical body. And we ask ourselves now, the physical body is simply what we call a vahan, a vehicle, a shell, an instrument that allows us to cross this bhavasagar, this ocean of mundane existence. Now what is housed inside the physical? The mind, intellect, Atma. Now we ask ourselves a question. How do I protect my mind? How do I protect my intellect? Atma does not need protection. Atma is eternal, Amar. Atma does not need protection. But how do I protect my mind and my intellect? Do I use any means of protection? So this is where our prayer comes in, devotees. Because if our minds are continuously subjected to negativity, right? You all have heard me say this many times before. As we go about our daily lives, how much positive thoughts come to us? How many people walk up to you and say something good? Something positive, something that is uplifting. If it exists, it's a minority. This is not, trying to bring things down, devotees. This is reality. This is what we face in our lives. So now, we must come to that realization that if I'm facing this, how do I counteract it? How do I try to maintain a balance now? This is where our prayer comes in. This is where our mantras come in. This is where our scriptures come in. This is where our performance of havan, our performance of sadhana, our spiritual practices, all of these things come into play to help us to protect our minds, to help us to protect our intellects. Otherwise, devotees, what will happen? If you go outside, it's -6, -10, you don't have a winter jacket, and you continuously subject yourself to that sort of elements, what happens to the body? Doesn't it become sick? Starts to break down. So think about it, devotees. If we are continuously exposing our mind or having our mind being subjected to negativity, to wrong types of thoughts, and we do not do anything to protect it, what will happen? Mind becomes sick. Mind becomes infected with all that it is being subjected to. As such, when we listen to our scriptures, when we partake in devotions, we help to protect that mind. We help to strengthen that mind, strengthen the immunity of the mind against all negativities. When the mind is full of negativity, devotees, how can we be peaceful? How can we be happy? We will constantly be depressed, constantly be sad, constantly be engaging in some sort of negative type of emotion, feelings. So devotees, in order to help ourselves, we find ourselves in those sangha, those assemblies. Again, if we are not strong enough by ourselves to sit down, pick up our Bhagavad Gita and read it. How many times we've said this, devotees? That we should pick up our Bhagavad Gita or Ramayana and read every day. And each of us, we should ask ourselves, do we take the opportunity? Do we take that time? Or do we engage in some other activity otherwise? So if we are not strong enough to do it ourselves, then we come to the mandir and now we have no other choice. We have to sit down and listen. We create that opportunity for ourselves, devotees. And by the constant exposure to these types of teachings, devotees, we will strengthen that mind to the point that that mind will be able to lead us in the right directions all the time. All the time. So, Kakbusundaji is relating to Garudaji, the wonderful experience that he had with Prabhu Sriram when he was sucked into the stomach of Prabhu Sriram. And devotees, this morning we continue our Katha where Kakbusundaji is saying in Chaupai. अंधकोश प्रति प्रति निज रूपा देखे जिनस अनेक अनूपा। बोलो श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
अवधपुरी प्रतिभुवन विनारी सरजु भित्र भित्र नर नारी भित्र नर नारी राम भित्र नर नारी सरजु भित्र भित्र नर नारी। बोलो श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
बोलो श्री राम जय राम
जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
अंधकोश प्रति प्रति निज रूपा देख्यु जिनस अनेक अनुपा. So this was the last chaupai that we did last week, where Kakbusundaji is saying in every universe he also saw himself there. All different universes he went. He also saw himself in these different universes. He saw many objects, many things that is beyond comparison. He said, Avadhapuri Prati Bhuvan Ninari, that each universe has its own Ayodhya. Its own Ayodhya that had its own inhabitants, its own population. Sarju Bhitra Bhitra Naranari, and it has its own Saryu river as well. So all of this, he was encountering devotees as he traversed these many different creations. Let us hear what further happens when Kakbusundaji continues. दशरथ कौशल्या सुनो गाथा, विविध रूप भरताजित राता। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। अति ब्रह्मांड राम अवतारा जय श्री राम।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम जय श्री राम।
देखा बाल विनोद उदारा श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। He said, he thought means, oh friend, Dashrath Kaushalya. He saw in each universe there was a Dashrath, there was a Kaushalya Mata, Bibhida Roop, Bharatadik Bhrata, and Bharatji and all the brothers were there in these various universes. He said, Prati Brahmand Ram Avatara. In each universe he witnessed the avatar of Prabhu Shri Ram. That Shri Ram descended in each universe, devotees. And Dekhau Bal Binod Udara. And in each universe he witnessed the childhood activities of Shri Ram. Simultaneously, devotees happening. Simultaneously. That we are not aware of all of these things. But just like we are unaware of so many things that is necessary for our existence, so many things are out there that we do not know about, that is yet to be discovered, yet to be experienced. Here, Kakusundaji is speaking about this. What goes on? Let us hear in Doha. सब देखा मैं अति विचित्र हरि जान, अति विचित्र हरि जान। अगणित भुवन फिरे ओ प्रभु, राम मन देखे जान। सियापति रामचंद्र जी जय शरण। He said, भिन्न भिन्न सब देखा मैं अति विचित्र हरिजान. He said, O vehicle of Mahavishnu Bhagavan, he said, everything that I saw had its own unique characteristics. Even though they were same, he's seeing Dashratha, he's seeing Kaushalya Mata, he's seeing Sri Ram, in each universe, but each one was unique in its own way. And very, very beautiful, very, very marvelous. But he said, Aganita Bhuvana Pireu Prabhu Ramana Dekheu on. He said, but in all these countless universes that I went to, he did not see Sri Ram in any other way other than in that form of Maryada Purushottam. Boliye Shri Raja Ram Chandra Bhagavan ki Jai. It says, devotees, that the Lord is the only constant. The Lord is the only constant. Everything else is Variations. Variations. Depending on what? What factors cause the variations, the differences in our lives, devotees? Our minds, yes. What we experience in the mind, yes. But what causes the different variations in our lives? Like in this life, we're enjoying certain things. We are engaging certain sufferings. Karmas, yes. Our karmas. Our activities creates different variations of what we experience in life. So as such devotees, it is important that we pay attention to what those karmas are. Pay attention to what those karmas are. Place ourselves in the best position to succeed, to be successful in life. How do we do this, devotees? If a child wants to be successful in their education, what should they do? They should study, they should attend their classes, isn't it? Attend their classes, they should pay attention to what the teacher is saying. They should apply themselves into their studies and not waste too much time. You understand, devotees? These are the formula to become successful in one's education. The formula to become successful in our lives, devotees, is to pay attention to our karmas. Simpler said than done. Isn't it? Simpler said than done, because no matter how many times we hear this, pay attention to what we do, we still go and do the wrong things. We still go and do the wrong things. So devotees, we have to be very, very, very particular, very concerned, in that we ask the blessings of Bhagwan each and every time. Jai Sriram. Is this activity that I'm going to engage in is something good for me or something bad for me? What is it going to result in a month from now, in a year from now, in one lifetime from now? We don't know. What is the result? This we have to be very concerned. We must have that presence of mind, or develop that presence of mind to think each and everything. It says, devotees, that if we can think of God in man, karam, bachan, with our thoughts, our activities, our words, then what happens, devotees? There's no more sankat. There's no more distress, no more problems, no more sufferings. So this is where we want to be. This doesn't happen overnight, right? Nobody can attain a PhD overnight. Right? It all starts from the inception of kindergarten. And we build ourselves slowly. A foundation of education, knowledge base, until we reach to that point where we are successful, have a PhD. Right? That didn't happen overnight, right? That's 20-something years of studies. But yet still devotees, many devotees feel, Baba has so much problem, has so much difficulty. You do one puja, feel everything should done. Everything should finish right there. We must experience a great turnaround. One puja. No, devotees, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It takes constant application of ourselves, constant effort in order to make it work for ourselves. People say, Baba, I fast 3 weeks, And I do the puja, and it still didn't work. So we ask ourselves, if I'm 20 pounds overweight and I go to the gym for 3 weeks, I'll lose 20 pounds? You have to waiting. No. Doesn't happen. Doesn't work like that, devotees. Constant effort, constant application is necessary in order for us to succeed. So when we pray devotees, we need that constant application, constant effort of prayer in order for that success to come to us. Boli Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan ki Jai. So at this time, devotees will engage in our final Arti. I'd like to welcome Brahma and his family, traveling all the way from Guelph this morning in the snow. So this morning we'll do Lord Ganesha Arti. So let us all stand, devotees. Those who would like to perform Arti here at the mandir, there'll be extra thalis prepared for you. Feel free to come forward and perform Arti. If not, we all stand in reverence to Prabhu. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Mata Jaki Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh Deva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Mata Jaki Parvati
Pita Mahadeva, Jai Ganesh Deva.
लडुअन को भोग लगे संत करे सेवा, संत करे सेवा। लडुअन को भोग लगे, लडुअन को भोग लगे संत करे सेवा। जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा। माता जाके पार्वती
पिता महादेवा, जय गणेश देवा।
एक दंत दयावंत, चार भुजाधारे, चार भुजाधारे। माथे पे सिंदूर सोहे, मूष की सवारी, मूष की सवारी। दुखियों के दुख हरत, दुखियों के दुख हरत परमानंद देवा। जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा। माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश देवा,
जय गणेश देवा। माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेवा, जय गणेश देवा।
अंधन को आँख देत, निर्धन को काया, निर्धन को काया। बाजन को पुत्र देत, निर्धन को माया, निर्धन को माया। भाव से पार करो नाथ, भाव से पार करो नाथ, भजन करो तेरा। जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा। माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश देवा,
जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा। माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेवा, जय गणेश देवा।
जो तेरा ध्यान धर ज्ञान मिले तुझे और भला ध्याऊं मैं किसको, ध्याऊं मैं किसको। हे देवा कृपा करो, हे देवा कृपा करो, कष्ट हरो मेरा। जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा। माता जाके पार्वती, पिता महादेवा।
जय गणेश देवा।
लडुवन को भोग लगे, संत करे सेवा, संत करे सेवा। लडुवन को भोग लगे, लडुवन को भोग लगे, संत करे सेवा। जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा। माता जाके पार्वती, पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश देवा। While Arti is being completed, we join as we sing praises to Shri Krishna. Jai Govinda Gopala, मनमोहन श्याम कन्हैया। मुरलीधर गोपाला, घन श्याम नंद के लाला। जय गोविंदा गोपाला, मनमोहन श्याम कन्हैया।
मुरलीधर गोपाला, घन श्याम नंद के लाला।
जगपालक तू रास रचैया, गोवर्धन गिरधारी। कितने नाम तेरे नटवर तू, साऊ कृष्ण मुरारी। जगपालक तू रास रचैया, गोवर्धन गिरधारी। कितने नाम तेरे नटवर तू, साऊ कृष्ण मुरारी। मुकुट मन हर लेवत, बलिहारी हर ब्रजबाला। मुरलीधर गोपाला, घन श्याम नंद के लाला। जय गोविंदा गोपाला, मनमोहन श्याम कन्हैया।
मुरलीधर गोपाला, घन श्याम नंद के लाला।
तू ही सागर में रमता, तू ही धरती पाता। जल में नभ में और जगत में तेरी जय जयकार। तू ही सागर में रमता, तू ही धरती पाता। जल में नभ में और जगत में तेरी जय जयकार। मेरे मन मंदिर में स्वामी, तुझसे ही उजियाला। मुरलीधर गोपाला, घन श्याम नंद के लाला। जय गोविंदा गोपाला, मनमोहन श्याम कन्हैया। मुरलीधर गोपाला,
घन श्याम नंद के लाला।
मुरलीधर गोपाला, घन श्याम नंद के लाला। मुरलीधर गोपाला, घन श्याम नंद के लाला। बोली श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। So at this time, devotees, those who have flowers, please take a flower in your hand. We all clasp our hands, we close our eyes, we bow our heads as we join in our final prarthana to end this morning's devotion. We ask very humbly at the feet of Lord Ganesha. Today, as we have engaged in his devotion, choices, grace, and blessings to be upon our principal devotee, her entire family, to all who have turned out, to all who have made this wonderful effort this morning to be here at the Mandir, those joining us online in devotion this morning. May the blessings of Lord Ganesha be upon us all. Let us all pray together. Hari Om Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Janadanam Yata Pujitam Maya Deva Paripuranam Tarastu Me Om Avahanam Najanami Visarjanam Pujam Chaiva Najanami Shamyatam Parameshwara Tvameva Mata Shapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandho Shasaka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurmamritam Gamaya. He Sarva Shaktiman Sachidananda Nirakar, Nirvikar, Sarvadhar, Sarveshwar, Sarvavyapak, Antaryami, Ajar Amar, Nitya Pavitra, Shrishti Karta ko बारंबार नमस्कार है. हे परमात्मा, भाविष्य वर्तमान दुखियों का कष्ट हरण करके सुबुद्धि को प्रकाश कर कि जिससे सबका मंगल होए. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. Let us all lift our voices, devotees, as we engage in this final kirtan this morning. Bhaju man Radhe Govinda. Everyone. Bhaju man
Radhe Govinda.
Bhaju man Radhe Govinda. Bhaju man Radhe 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 Govinda. Bhajuman Radhe 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 Govinda. Bhajuman Sita Rama. Bhajuman Sita Rama. Bhajuman Sita 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 Rama. Bhajuman Radhe Govinda. Bhajuman Radhe Govinda. Bhajuman Radhe Govinda. Bhajuman Radhe Govinda. Holy Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki, उमापति महादेव के, पवन सुत हनुमान के, वृंदावन कृष्ण चंद्र के, ओरेसा जगन्नाथ के, बोलो रे भाई सब संतन के, सियापति रामचंद्र के, बोलिए श्री गजानन स्वामी के, सत्य सनातन धर्म के. जय 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 सीताराम. प्रेम से आसन लीजिए. प्लीज हैव योर सीट्स, डिवोटीज. So this morning, devotees, just to remind you all, that puja dates are available. Our calendar is partially prepared, and so we have some dates that are available on our calendar from January to April. Calendars are up here at the Mandir, and so those who would like to place their names against any of the programs, please go to the calendar and see which ones are free. Also, membership forms are available today at the Mandir, so if you'd like to renew your membership, there are forms available, so please take this and return them to us as soon as possible. We are asking all devotees to fill out a complete membership form, so any information that needs to be updated, that we'll have all updated information. Birthdays this past week, the ones that I'm aware of: Hema Deo from New York City. Melina is celebrating her birthday today. And Ramde Raghunanan celebrated this past week. And also Akshar Maharaj celebrated his birthday this past week. So everybody, I think, know who is Akshar. So we'd like to wish all devotees, very, very happy birthday today, and belated birthday if you celebrated in the past week. We'd like to celebrate Akshar a little bit in the sense that he is a dedicated young person here at the Mandir, that he makes it possible to be here despite whatever other commitments he has with his schooling, etc. And he is a wonderful example for a lot of the younger ones coming up here at the Mandir. Of course, there's room for improvement. As always, there's always room for improvement. But we're very happy with his efforts and, the young man that he is growing into, or not so young again. So we'd like to celebrate him a little bit today. I believe there's a special cake. For those who don't know Akshar, he doesn't like traditional kind of cake, so they make different kind of cake with macaroni and so on for him. So we'll present this cake to him today, and we'll all join as we sing the happy birthday. The bhajan says, Hazaro baras ki umar ho tumhari, that we wish you thousands more birthdays. So you have a long way to go. Tumhe janm din ke badhai hamare, tumhe janm din ke badhai hamare. हजारों बरस की, हजारों बरस की उम्र हो तुम्हारी, तुम्हें जन्मदिन के बधाई हमारी। अक्षर तुम्हें जन्मदिन के बधाई। उमर हो तुम्हारे, या आशियाना सजाए बहारे, करे रोशनी राह में चांद तारे, करे रोशनी राह में चांद तारे। न रह जाए कोई तमन्ना कुंवारे, तुम्हें जन्म दिन के बधाई हमारी, तुम्हें जन्मदिन के हजारों बरस की, हजारों बरस की उम्र हो तुम्हारी, अक्षर तुम्हें जन्मदिन के बधाई हमारी, तुम्हें जन्मदिन के बधाई हमारी. All right, so who can sing that one? You sing the English one, right? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Akshay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. So happy birthday to Akshay and all who celebrated birthdays this past week, and especially Melina as well. And if I've missed anyone, please do accept our apologies, and hope that whatever celebration that you've had a wonderful day. Samantha, your mom celebrated also on Friday. Okay, so Lynette also, happy birthday to Lynette. So, there's so many people and only so much your memory does keep, right? So, devotees, once more, God's blessings to each and every one of you. God's blessings for all of you making the effort to come out today. Bali and them came from, all the way in Brampton. Mr. Gupta as well, coming up the stairs. Brahma from Guelph, and the folks from Ajax. Auntie Bina from downtown. Right? And the people living close to the 401, we're going to talk about them. So devotees, God's blessings to all of you. Please join with us again as we continue our devotions, as we move towards the end of this year, 2022. Right? It has come and gone very, very quickly. So it means time is of the essence. Right? And not perfume, Time is of the essence. So once more, God's blessings to all. Jai Jai Sitaram.